Well, good evening. Just want to come on and give a little update. Today actually happens to be April 22nd, 2025. That makes 8 months to the day since I started my carnivore journey. And it's been a very productive journey. I have no complaints about what's happened to me since I started doing this. I started doing the carnivore way of eating specifically for my blood pressure. I was on 5 blood pressure medications and I was tired of it. My blood pressure wasn't controlled. Even on 5 medications, I still had high blood pressure. It was still above their standards that they have set for it. And nothing I was doing was working. I had tried walking. I had tried, limiting myself to all the foods that are supposed to be bad for you, but it turns out that the foods that they say are bad for you were actually the ones that were good for you. But I tried all that, and I tried eating right. I tried calorie restriction, and I tried all that shit. It just doesn't work. If it works for you, great. It doesn't work for me. I can starve myself and still gain weight. But I started the carnivore way of eating, the carnivore lifestyle, specifically to see if I could get some improvement with my blood pressure. And it worked. In the first 6 weeks of eating as a carnivore, I came off all 5 of my blood pressure medications. I had been taking the blood pressure medicine since spring of 2020. And it's just 5 or 4 years, and I ended up on 5 different medications for my blood pressure. Shouldn't be that way. There was something wrong. I knew there was something that wasn't right. And it turns out it was what I was eating. But you listen to the nutrition information that's being put out there for people, and it's all a bunch of bullshit. So I happened to come by a video of a guy talking about eating just meat, losing, I think he was, at the time, it was 90 pounds or maybe it was 100 pounds, coming off his depression, anxiety, and feeling great. He said, do it, don't do it. I don't give a rip. Kind of like that tagline. That was Carnivore Ray. And I first saw him on TikTok, which caused me to go to YouTube, and I went down that rabbit hole for a couple of months before I actually jumped in and started doing it myself. But you can go back and watch my previous videos. And in my previous videos, you can see in my face right here, you can see me go from a round face to this in 8 months. I haven't been doing them that long, but pretty close. So also, when I came off of my 5 blood pressure medications, I also came off of my allergy medicines that I've been taking for over 20 years. And it's just amazing because, yes, we're in that part of the year now where we've got the high pollen counts out here. And it's just, getting bad here. I'm just on my computer pulling up my other screen because I wanted to look at the weather. Oh, there it is. I wanted to look at the weather and see what the allergen information was. And let's see. Right now we've got moderate tree pollen and moderate dust and dander out there where I'm at. So that just means that the trees are getting ready to start putting out some leaves, and it's going to be that great time of year again for allergies. But I haven't had any issues with it. Not like I used to anyway. I still wake up in the morning, I'm a little stuffy, I blow my nose, and then I'm good for the rest of the day. I'm not taking my medications. So I'm good with that. So I've come off of that. My mood has tremendously improved. I'll put it down here on the bottom of the screen here. You can see right there. My mood's improved. My anxiety's gone. I used to have really bad anxiety about certain things. Bridges. I hated being on a bridge. That, I don't know why that is. I've been on some really long bridges and I've been on some really scary bridges, but I don't know, it's just not that long ago that we lived in the Twin Cities, and the I-35 bridge going into Minneapolis, I used to have to go across that every day for a couple of years. I worked downtown Minneapolis, and it gave me the creeps. We moved on the Twin Cities. It was probably 5 years after I stopped working downtown. And it was just over a year after we moved, that bridge collapsed. The one that I was always nervous on, and maybe it was just an omen, I don't know. But I've always hated it. But my mood has greatly improved too. I mean, I'm generally happy. I didn't used to be a happy person. I was always a cantankerous old fuck. Grouchy, mean, whatever you want to say, I don't care. But that's what I used to be. And now I'm generally pretty happy. So I'm a much nicer person to be around. I'm not that crabby guy anymore. Well, I might still be that crabby guy, but I'm not as bad as I used to be. People don't annoy me that much. But this all happened within the first few weeks of starting eating as a carnivore, just eating meat, beef, butter, bacon, eggs, lots of butter, lots of bacon, lots of eggs, and a lot of beef, ground beef, roasts, steaks, you name it. Lamb, I like lamb. It's a different flavor, different texture, but it's the same thing. It's really good for you, and I really enjoy lamb. Easter was just the other day. I made my first prime rib. That was freaking awesome. I like prime rib. My wife looked at it and she said, "Nope, she ain't gonna try it." That's fine. It's more for me. But the weight loss, you hear a lot of people that talk about carnivore just for the weight loss. I didn't do this for the weight loss. I figured I'd lose a few pounds, maybe. I did not expect what was going to happen. I started out carnivore at 335 pounds. My heaviest was December of 2023. I was 347 pounds. August 22nd, 2024, I was 335 pounds. Saturday, we'll just use today's date till April 22nd, 2025, I am 234 pounds. I am down 101 pounds on the carnivore way of eating. I lost over a century of weight, over 100 pounds. 113 pounds from my heaviest. That's a whole person. That's over a third of my body weight from my heaviest that I've lost. It's actually over a third from when I started carnivore. That's a lot of weight that's gone. It's truly amazing how much a person can lose. Right here, this area, I used to be round like a basketball. It used to be really bad. I'm not anymore. So my arms I just got done doing a little bit of weightlifting here. My changing the way I'm eating, or not the way I mean, when I'm eating. I've always ate mostly at night. When I first started, I ate 2 meals. I ate in the morning when I first got to work, and I ate when I got home. My meals at night started filling me up, so I stopped eating in the morning. I just used to eat at night. But I've been finding when I wake up in the morning, my blood sugars are high. I tried this last week, a couple of days where I ate early in the evening or lunchtime or whatever, and then didn't eat at night. Get up in the morning, my blood sugars were good. They were down in the 80s or the low 90s, which right where I want them to be. So this week, I prepared just a little bit, and then I pre-cooked some meals so I can bring food with me to work. I don't have to wait until I get home to eat. I can have my, 4 or 5 eggs at work and a New York strip steak at work. I've already cooked it, so I just got to warm it up. Just a little bit like that. So I did want to read something here real quick. So this is a post I put on X. It says it's just 8 months ago. This is what I did. 8 months ago, I took a leap of faith, and I embraced the carnivore diet. And today, I stand transformed. At 58 years old, I'm 58. I've shed not just 101 pounds, going from 335 to 234 pounds, but also a lifetime of burdens. 5 blood pressure medications, gone. Allergy meds I relied on for over 20 years, no longer needed. My mornings now are pain-free. My mind is razor sharp, and my heart is genuinely happy again. The clarity, energy, and joy I feel are nothing short of a miracle. This isn't just about weight loss. It's about reclaiming my life. The carnivore diet has been my path to freedom. And I'm living proof that it's never too late to thrive. And it's not. If you're looking at this way of eating and you haven't tried it yet, what's stopping you? What? Is it too expensive? It's not. You don't need snacks. You don't need sides. You don't need all this extra junk to go with it. All you need, you can get this here for as cheap as you can find your cheapest ground beef hamburger. 70, 75, 25, 73, 27, 80, 20, whatever it is. If it's $4.99 a pound, you can eat for $10 a day and be full and lose weight. You don't have to have ribeye. You don't have to have a New York strip. You don't have to eat prime rib. You don't have to have a roast every day. Just plain ground beef. That's all you need. Ground beef and the fat that comes with it. You want the fatty meat. Throw in 3 or 4 tablespoons of butter. Throw another buck on there. You got $11 and you're going to be eating a satiating meal that's going to fill you up. You could have a pound in the morning and a pound at night, and you're going to be full and you're going to lose weight. You're going to have all the saturated fat that your body is going to use. Your liver is going to turn that into the building blocks that your body needs. It will work with your hormones. It will help you heal yourself. And it generally saves you money. I started the carnivore diet August 22nd, 2024 by eating McDonald's. I went to work that morning. I brought my breakfast with me. It was egg bites. My wife made them. She put them in a muffin tin, a couple pieces of ham, scrambled egg, cheese, and then she'd bake them in the oven. She'd do 6 of them at a time like that, and I'd bring 2 or 3 of them to work with me every day. I didn't bring anything for lunch. It was about 11 o'clock in the morning. I called my wife and I said, hey, I didn't bring anything for lunch today. She's like, all right, what do you want? I'm like, can you go to McDonald's and get 4 quarter-pound patties? Just the patties. She said, what? I said, yeah, just go to McDonald's and get 4 quarter-pound patties. That's just the 4 patties. She's like, all right. I'm like, I'll tell you when I get home tonight what's going on. She's like, okay. And she did. She went and got that for me. And then that's what I had for lunch that day was a pound of McDonald's ground beef. That's how I started my carnivore journey. It worked. On my way home that night, I stopped and picked up a steak. And when I got home, I cooked myself a steak and I had steak for dinner. And the next day, I just had a bunch of eggs and ground beef with it because I could. I save money eating this way because I don't eat sides. I don't eat snacks. I don't eat everything else that goes with it. I can spend $350 to $400 and eat for over a month. Can you? No, I don't eat out. I don't eat anything. I cook all my own foods. I learned how to cook a prime rib just for Easter. Never done it before, but I did. So, what's the reason why you're not doing the diet or lifestyle, carnivore weight eating, whatever you want to call it? Why aren't you? Stop making excuses and just do it. Some places, it's really expensive to eat beef, but you're going to be eating that anyway. Just eat more of it. Eat more fat with it, more butter. It's a better way of eating. Just do it. If I can do this at 58 years old, I know you can do it, especially if you're younger than me. There are people in their 70s and their 80s that are doing this and just switching over now, and they're living better lives because of it. There's no reason not to do this. This is the way we are meant to eat. With that, it's been an awesome 8 months that I've been doing this. Thanks for hanging out. Hey, if you made it this far, like the video, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Where are you from? How long have you been doing this? We'll talk to you later. Thanks.